Здравствуйте, товарищи, and welcome to our 28th day of our month of mods. And today, we're going to be looking at another source mod. And this is a mod suggested to me rather late in the game, but I decided to try it out, and man, was I impressed. On top of that, this list of mods didn't have enough zombies, cause you can never have too many zombies. Today, the mod we're talking about is called No More Room in Hell. So, this is a multiplayer source mod, but you should have absolutely no problem finding people to play with. And if you are having problems, I don't think that this would be a very difficult mod to convince your friends to play, considering that it's free and awesome and all that. Anyway, this is a co-op game, so you and up to 7 other people will be spawned at the beginning of the map and have to complete various different objectives in order to advance through the map and eventually to an endpoint. But of course, there are zombies. Oh, those zombies. Don't they make things just so much more complicated than they need to be? So at this point you might be thinking, hey, a cooperative zombie game with various different dynamic objectives to complete. This sounds an awful lot like Left 4 Dead. Well, I'm glad you brought that up, imaginary counterpoint person, because this is very much like Left 4 Dead, but at the same time, it's so much unlike Left 4 Dead. I kinda feel like No More Room in Hell is the yin to Left 4 Dead's yang. Left 4 Dead moves at a breakneck speed, while No More Room in Hell is much slower and more methodical. In Left 4 Dead, you're encouraged to kill as many zombies as possible, while in No More Room in Hell, you're discouraged from killing zombies, and in fact, it is impossible, given what you have, to kill them all. But most obviously, and maybe most importantly, Left 4 Dead is 28 Days Later inspired, while No More Room in Hell is Dawn of the Dead inspired. So, in No More Room in Hell, you're going to be facing, predominantly, the slower, shuffling, Romero style zombies, with 2 exceptions, which we'll get to later. On top of that though, don't expect to be blasting too many zombies, because you're going to be using mostly melee weapons, because guns and ammo are not that easy to come by. And if you do come by some guns, just make sure to remember one very important thing, and that is, aim for the head. You'll even have to scavenge things like flashlights, which you can't have on all the time, because if you're holding a 2-handed weapon, you won't be able to use your flashlight and your weapon at the same time, which makes even the most mundane choices powerful and at the same time completely agonizing. But there's one very important thing, and that is you are not immune to the zombies. If you take 1 bite, that might be enough to infect you. And if you're infected, you're slowly going to start to die, and then rise up again once you're dead. Because as soon as you're dead, you come back to haunt your former allies as a powerful running zombie. But they aren't the only fast zombies, there are also small child zombies which can come out of nowhere and bite you. And all of this culminates together into what is a fantastic game experience, as well sows the seeds for some pretty epic moments. It's incredibly tense when you and your friends leave the safety of a building you've just taken refuge in to try and cross the streets. You want to move slowly and methodically, trying to attract as little attention as possible, but at the same time increasing the amount of time that you guys are unsafe? Or do you want to try and run it and get to the safety of the next building as fast as possible, which can easily turn into disorganized mass panic where someone will probably get left behind? Or there are instances where you might get separated from the rest of the group and find yourself trapped, standing on top of a vending machine or a car where the zombies can't reach you, but you can't escape either. Or finding out you're infected and then having to tell your friends goodbye as they leave you outside as you pull out the last of your weapons and your ammo, trying to make a valiant last stand and taking as many of those bastards as you can with you, the whole time screaming, All in all, this is an incredibly cool mod, which I intend to keep playing for quite some time. The only thing that I think I could say about this mod that is in some way negative is that I think that 8 players might be too many. Mainly because it's difficult to find 8 friends all at the same time to play together with, and you can't really rely on random people on the internet. So, I find once the herd is thinned a little bit, then the game's more enjoyable, in my opinion. but this is an absolute no-brainer recommendation to check out if you're at all a zombie fan. Especially if you're a fan of the more old-school Romero style movies, because this mod definitely feels like you're put in one of those movies. In any case, I hope you enjoyed this look at No More Room in Hell, and until tomorrow, this has been Joseph Visvanovich Stalin, signing off for now, and I'll see you guys next time.